Hey, what's going on, guys? So I just wanted to make a quick little update video. I know it's nighttime, but luckily I have this fancy new Samsung Galaxy S9 Plus, and it has a low light filter, so I don't think it's doing too bad. Anyway, like I said, I want to give you guys a quick update on the pond. I went around and I added this top shelving around, and it's 6" by 2". So what I did was I have about 4.5 to 5 inches hanging over, so it actually goes under there. That way the fish have a little lip to hide under. I also went down and I got some cattails and stuff, and I have those inside of like aquaponic planters, so they have holes in them, and I just use pond gravel basically. I got it at Home Depot, rinsed it out, and yeah, put them in there, and they're doing well. They've been in there for a few days. I'm going to be getting quite a few more. I want to be able to almost completely saturate the back right there so you can't see the house or trailer or whatever behind it. I've been adding more and more rocks throughout the whole thing to try to cover up the liner. I've also be adding sand down there so that way I can have lily pads and stuff more towards the other side over there. I want it to be nice and open up front here for viewing of the fish. Right now we have 4 kois in there. You can see a couple of them right there. They're not very big. They're maybe 2.5 years old. So they're about a foot longer. So I also have a couple iridescent sharks, which are basically just catfish. Those things are actually a little bigger than the koi. I also have, coincidentally enough, and I was advised against doing it, but I actually went down to the lake and I got a few small perch. I have about 6 perch in here, and a couple sunfish, and they all seem to be doing fairly well. I also have a angelfish that's in here, and they all get along pretty good. I was actually surprised. I thought maybe, the wild fish would be a little more territorial, but they all just kind of school up, and there is a few dozen minnows in here that I caught with a net down there. It's kind of cool to see them schooling around, and the other fish don't try to eat them. They're all pretty well fed. I use koi food. I got actually on the side over here some pond koi food. I have a strawberry plant, and we got the waterfall up now, so I added some lighting on the inside to just kind of illuminate it at night, and it's on a sensor, so that way it turns off during the day, which is nice. So, also added the bench, and it works great. My son, he loves to climb up on there and just kind of hang his feet over the edge, and the fishes come nibble on them, or they stay the heck away from them, either way. Yeah, so I added a pond up there, I added a sign up there with my, son's name, and I actually did that all with a Dremel. What I did was I used a bit and I just held it down until it smoked, just get that burn effect on it, and it worked. So I didn't have a wood burner, unfortunately, but one day with any luck. Yeah, so like I said, everything else is going good. It does have a small bit of algae on the rocks, but it's not out of control by any means, and I don't think that it will. The water is continuously clear. It's been quite a while now, and the water has not had any haze to it. It's crystal clear during the day. As you can see right now, you can see right to the bottom, and it's about 2.5 feet deep. So it's about 1,860 gallons. Is the exact measurement for it. I actually went online, looked up the proper weight per gallon of water, did the math on it, and 1,860 gallons is what we came up to. I've only had to add water to it once, which was because in the previous videos, I'm sure you saw, the water level was about quarter way. I didn't fill it up because I wanted it to kind of get going before I, finished it off. So now it's all the way to the top, 2.5 feet. Yeah, so, and there's an angelfish right there. You probably can't see him. Yeah, sorry. But yeah, these little minnows. Let's see if I can't. Oh yeah, you can see one right there. Yeah. But there's tons of those little minnows in there, and kois are happy and healthy. And oh, there's the angelfish. Kind of feel bad though. I had another angelfish in there and that one passed away. In my smaller pond, the first pond I had ever made, the attempt was a major fail. I made it way too small. I put it in direct sunlight and the algae just took over, and I had to swoop the fish out of there one day when I came home from work. Otherwise they would have all perished. It was total neglect on my part, and I was ashamed because I mean, I checked on it, but just like one day, like it was really hot and had sunlight for weeks, and it just like the algae just bloomed like overnight basically while I was at work. And so now I have this. It's much bigger, it stays cooler, it doesn't get hot. With that little tiny pond that I had over there, it heated up in a matter of hours. Like, if you know, by noon it was room or air temperature outside. So now not only is it bigger, so it stays cooler, and I have the proper filtration with the UV light. I also added a canopy over top of it, so I can raise it and lower it. I secured it with some 6-inch screws all the way around, and it turned out pretty good. It can lower almost all the way, about right here. So you have to really duck if you want to get in there, but I keep it up for the most part. It does a pretty good job of keeping the sun out of there. It still gets a little UV rays, but it just doesn't hit the whole damn thing. So yeah, there's more that I'll be adding in here. I'm going to get some more minnows in here. I'm going to add on the back side, like I said, I'm going to add those cattails, but on one of these sides, I'm actually going to do an aquaponic system and get some tomatoes, fruits, and vegetables going. That'll also help assist the filtration, keeping the water absolutely clean of all the nitrates, ammonias, you know, and whatnot. So I'll make a video on that later. I'll make sure I do it during the day. Just made this channel, so I kind of wanted to get a video out there. Too many people hitting on the video that I put up before, looking all janky, and it's real big. Yeah, it's not real big. It's an above ground pond, and for me it is pretty big. You know, it's 10 by 10. Feet, so you know, for this little area, and we're renting it, which is another reason I did above ground, is so I can easily take it down. That 600-gallon one that I had over there, I took that down in a matter. I drained the water, and what I did is I hooked up one of my pumps, my big pumps, to inch hose, and I just watered the lawn with the water. Worked out great, didn't flood nothing. Same thing with this one when I'm ready to, and that drained probably in about 15 minutes, and then I took the actual structure down probably in about 15 to 20 minutes, so it really wasn't that bad at all. This one will actually be a little quicker because it's just 4 sides. The other one was a triangle, had different supports and angles, and it was a pain in the ass. So this one will be a lot easier, and yeah, so stay tuned. Sorry this video went so long. I'll try to keep it under 5 minutes. We all know how people with attention spans are nowadays. So appreciate you guys watching. Let me know what you think. Yeah, still got a little bit of work to do, but we'll get there. Alright, thanks for watching, guys. Bye.